rain for a long period of time. So the land is very dry. There is no plants or no grass for animals. I'm sorry? Drought, very good. A drought, sequía, right? Drought. Valentina, do you remember any other example? Another example of a natural disaster or an emergency? No, not yet. You are in the chat maybe? Oh yeah, not yet. All right, Claudia Blas, can you think of another? Can you name another emergency, another type of emergency? Hurricane, very good, hurricane. Antonella, any other? We have mentioned earthquake, flood, drought, hurricane, landslide. Tornado, landslide, very good, landslide. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so this is the vocabulary we have been checking. And regarding grammar, remember, according to the grammar, we have been studying indirect speech or reported speech. And we have studied like we have separated, you know, hemos separado, we have separated the structure. For example, first, we studied how to report imperatives, ¿no? Primero estudiamos cómo reportar imperativos, cómo reportar instrucciones, imperatives, instructions, or request. So, for example, if I say, do the homework, how can you report this imperative or this instruction? Do the homework. Who can help me? Who can raise the hand and report? This is an imperative or an instruction. Do the homework. Claudia, please. Miss Daly said to do the homework, yeah. Y si yo hubiera dicho en vez de do the homework, hubiera dicho do your homework. ¿Cómo hubieras reportado? Me refiero a todos ustedes. Do your homework. To do our homework. Very good. Hasta ahí estamos bien con lo que es imperatives, you know. Y si yo diera en habla directa, you know, direct speech, yo dijera, don't be late to class. Don't, negative, right? Don't be late to class. ¿Cómo reporto esa instrucción o ese command que está en forma negativa? Don't be late to class.
Mr. Daly said, don't to be late. ¿La correct?
No, not exactly, Valentino.
Don't is not to.
Not to. Carlos,
Not to.
How would it be? ¿Cómo sería, Carlos? Yo estoy diciendo, don't be late to class. The teacher said, or the teacher told us, ¿no? Nos dijo, dijo,
The
not
teacher...
to. Carlos?
Continue, disculpe.
No, continue. You continue. Say that.
Yeah,
Don't be late to class.
The teacher said not to be late.
Not to be late to class.
Be late to class.
Not to be late.
Not to be late.
Not to, right? Very good, yeah. You remember that. Hasta ahí quería que recuerden, quería ver cómo van, cómo están. Ahora vamos a
Hasta
hacer
ahí sí
la
está
revisión.
claro, Miss.
Yeah, okay.
We
are going to review tenses. Vamos a hacer nuevamente la revisión porque ya hicimos el grammar, ¿ok? Vamos a hacer el review de cómo reportar cualquier otra oración en cualquier otro tiempo gramatical, ¿ok? Any other tense. So let's start. Reported speech or indirect speech is the same. Statements, oraciones. Statements means oraciones. Remember that, okay, we use the verbs say and tell. These are very common reporting verbs, right? But you can also use ask, you can also use recommend. Hay otros verbos para reportar, but say and tell are the most common. These are the reporting verbs. What is the difference? ¿Recuerdan cuál es la diferencia? What is the
Say
difference?
a specific person.
When you use the verb say, you can have that, or after say, you have the reported statement de frente, ¿no? Say something, viene el algo, ¿no? Después de say, viene lo que se reporta. But when you use tell, you have to mention the person, someone first. Primero a quién, ese alguien. And then the reported statement, right? Hay una reglita para que ustedes se aprendan. Siempre es say something, decir algo, say something. Tell someone something. Tell someone something. It's different, okay? You can check this example. Maggie told them that the weather was awful, was terrible. You see, told them, tell someone. The teacher told us that the listening exam was the next day, right? We are using here the verb tell. After the verb tell, you have to mention someone. Siempre hay que mencionar ese alguien. Podría estar el nombre, podría estar el pronombre. Yo podría decir Maggie told the students or told her parents or the pronoun them. All right? This is the rule. Now, let's check and let's review some of the changes. Remember, when you report statements, you have to consider certain changes. Hay cambios que tenemos que considerar when we report statements. And this is basically what we have checked. Esto lo revisamos. Aquí los tengo como nombres, como estructuras gramaticales, pero ustedes recuerdan cómo se forman también. Remember that when direct speech, when you have present simple, when you use reported speech or indirect speech, what do you have to use? Past simple. From present, you have to use past. From present continuous, past continuous. From past simple, what do you use?
Past perfect.
Past perfect. From past continuous, you use past perfect continuous. Okay? From present perfect, past perfect. From present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. From past perfect, no change here, no change. Okay? And if you use modals, si tenemos modales, for example, can changes to could, cambia a could. Will changes to would. May, okay, changes to might. Must or have to changes to had to. And if you have could, would, might, or should, it's the same. There is no change. Aquí lo que pasa es que este cuadro está mucho más completo, es decir, hay más estructuras. Lo que el libro nos está enfocando por ahora es básicamente from present to past. From past to past perfect. Maybe from present perfect, past perfect. Por ahí hay algún modal, right? Will también, ¿no? Will, would. Pero aquí lo tienen el cuadro completo. Todo esto ya está, chicos, en el Classroom, en Google Classroom. Okay, so you can check the information there. All right, so we are going to practice a little. We are going to use that. So please do me a favor para que lo tengan a la mano. Take a picture with your cell phone. Tómenle una foto ahí con el celular nada más. Take a picture with your cell phone so you can consider those changes. Okay? Yep, and let's move on. Let's review. Okay. Give me 1 second. Voy a pausarme, chicos. Quiero que me bajen el volumen acá que está muy cerca a mí. Yeah. Okay, guys. So let's move on. So this is what we have. This is the chart, el cuadro, the chart to consider the verb tenses changes, los cambios en los tiempos gramaticales. And remember also, you have to consider that there are some adverbials of place and time that change. Hay adverbios de tiempo y lugar que cambian. For example, now changes to, can you read? Help me read. Then, ¿no? Como que ahora, ¿no? Luego. Today.
That
Day.
That
Yesterday.
The day before.
The day before. Or the previous day. También hay otra frase parecida. The previous day. Both are okay. The day before or the previous day. Here, there. Oh, here, there. And tomorrow.
The next day.
The next day. Or the following day. Is also similar. The following day. All right, the following day. Okay, yes. This is what we have regarding the changes of adverbials, adverbials of place and time. Okay, let's move on. Let me erase. All right. This is something similar, okay? It's similar, it's regarding the changes. For example, here we have with specific examples. If it's this evening, you say that evening. If it's today or this day, that day. If you use, for example, the demonstratives, these, no, estos, you use those, right? These days, those days. Now, then, a week ago, a week before. Last weekend, the weekend before, or the previous weekend. Here, there. Next, the following, next week, the following week. Tomorrow, the next day, or the following day. Okay, here you have some extra, por ahí hay algunos adicionales. Yeah, you have that. Can I move on? Yeah, we are reviewing the information, but I want you to do a practice here. There is an exercise that I want you to check. Look. Here you guys have some situations, some pictures, and I want you to notice what are the original words right here. Okay, and also you can notice that what is underlined. Look, this is what you have. We are going to check, and you are going to help me, and you are going to tell me what is or what are the original words. Look, here you have indirect speech. Aquí les estoy dando el ejemplo, pero ya está lo que está reportado. Okay, look, this situation is about, you know, a video rental store, you know, and the woman, the customer, wants to rent a video, a movie, you know, and the man gives a recommendation. But, you know, look at this part. The woman is angry and she, you know, she says something. You said I would enjoy this film. Usted dijo que disfrutaría esta película. Ok, this is indirect speech. Aquí les estoy mostrando lo que está reportado, ¿no? Indirect speech. Please think and change. Hagan el cambio. Esto va a ser al revés, you know. Ya estamos en indirect speech. Piensen en lo que se dijo originalmente. What is the direct speech? What is what he said? ¿Qué le habrá dicho el vendedor?
You will enjoy this film.
You will enjoy this film. Correct. Give me 1 second. Oops. You will enjoy this film, ¿no? Esas serían las palabras originales. You will enjoy this film. Usted disfrutará esta película. And then, you know, the woman returns very angry and you said I would enjoy this film. You know, will changes to would. Ahí estamos viendo el cambio. De que will, cuando yo reporto algo con will, cambio al modal would. Is that clear? Yes? I have other examples. Check. Look at this. This is about, you know, a clothing store. And what happens here? You told me I could wash this sweater in hot water, she said. Indirect speech. So what would be the original message, the original sentence?
You can wash this sweater in hot water.
Correct. Very good, Marina. You can wash this sweater in hot water, right? Usted puede lavar el chompa en agua caliente. And then what happened? You know, it shrunk, no? Se encogió, it shrunk. You told me I could wash this sweater in hot water. Remember, can changes to could. Okay? Is that clear? Yeah, let's continue. Another situation. Look at here. All right. They are in the car, they are traveling, and this is the, you know what she said. You said we had enough petrol. Tú me dijiste que teníamos suficiente combustible.
We have enough petrol.
Correct. Present, right? Because this is past. So the original statement is in present. You know, she says, hey, come, let's go. I can give you a ride, no? Déjalo. We have enough petrol. Have changes to had. From present to past. All right? Is that clear? Do you have any questions? ¿Alguna pregunta hasta aquí, chicos? Is that clear? No? Is that okay, Tatiana? Is that clear? And look at this other image. What happened? You know, and the people in the car return. They are the parents. And look at this. There is a party in their house. So the boy right here is their son, right? He's saying goodbye in the first picture. Bye, mom. Bye, dad. Have a good trip. Okay. And then the girl right here, I mean, oh no, I mean, they are talking, you know, they are having a party, and he's like scared. You told me, so he tells them, you told me you were coming back on Sunday. So it means that they arrived earlier, ¿no? Ustedes me dijeron que regresarían el domingo. So what is the original sentence?
We are come back on Sunday.
Say that again. We're coming. ¿A qué sería el original acá? Si acá está en past continuous,
We are
¿qué tendría que estar aquí?
back on Sunday.
Repeat again. Sorry, Valentino, I didn't listen. We
are came back on Sunday.
We are is okay, but here, coming, that's it. You don't have to change coming. We are coming back on Sunday, ¿no? La mamá le dice, ¡ah! Estamos regresando el domingo. But they arrived earlier, ¿no? You told me you were coming back on Sunday. Are coming, present continuous. Changes to past continuous. The present continuous cambiamos a past continuous, remember? Yep. I think there is one more. Yep, look at this. They are going into the forest. Okay, they are going into the forest together. And then they see a bear. And he runs away. And he says, you told me that you weren't afraid of bears. So when they are walking together, what does he say? ¿Qué le estará diciendo? No tengo miedo a los osos. No le temo a los osos. This is past. This is indirect speech. Direct speech. I'm not afraid of bears. I'm not afraid of bears. So it's okay. They are walking together and then they see a bear and he runs away. You told me that you weren't afraid of bears. I'm not is present. This is past, right? Okay. Don't worry about taking notes. No, no tienen que copiar. It's in the classroom. Ahí van a poder descargar el PowerPoint. I don't know any French is the message. Look. They are in France. They are in Paris. And, you know, maybe they want to buy some ice cream. And she says, I don't know any French. This is direct speech, original words. And now look at this situation. What happens next? You said you didn't know any French, right? You know, the girl is saying hello, is talking to other people. And the man says, you said you didn't know any French, right? Me dijiste que no sabías nada de francés. And she's speaking in French. So, present, simple present, changes to simple past, right? De presente cambiamos a pasado. Okay. And yeah, all right. Basically that part, let's review briefly some vocabulary about severe weather events, because today you are going to prepare the conversation. What kind of situation is here? What is this? What's the event? Can you guys say?
An earthquake.
An earthquake. Very good. It's an earthquake. This one?
A drought.
A drought.
A drought. It's a drought. The next?
Storm.
Storm.
A storm. Yes, this is a, you know, a severe storm, including lightning, thunders and lightning. What about this one?
A tsunami.
A tsunami, correct. What about this one? Look at this, the trees, there is a strong winds.
Hurricane.
A hurricane. This is a tornado, that's a hurricane, a tornado. And look, there is a lot of water on the roads, flood. So we have earthquake, we have drought, thunderstorm or a storm, because this includes thunder, you know, truenos, thunderstorm, tsunami, hurricane, tornado, and flood, right? Let's review and let's check extra information. Okay, tell me again, what kind of event is that? What kind of emergency is that? Yes, right. This is a tornado. What happens when there is a tornado? What is the danger? ¿Cuál es el peligro? What happens? For example, Claudia, things fly? Yeah. For example, the tornado can, you know, can take off, sacar, arrancar, can take off the roofs of the houses, can take off trees, you know, and everything flies around. So what do people have to do? ¿Qué hacen las personas? They have to go underground. They have to go underground, or they have to go to a shelter. No? Yeah, that's tornado. You know, they can follow the direction. What about this? You know, look at this. Strong winds, heavy rain. That's a hurricane. A hurricane. You know, this is what happens on the coast of the United States every year. You know, they get used to, ¿no? Ya están acostumbrados. They receive hurricanes every year. Look at this. That's kind of similar. It's a typhoon. Typhoon. Remember the difference between hurricane, typhoon, and monsoon is the location, es la ubicación. It's the location on the planet, all right? But they are similar. It's the same event. Typhoon. Monsoon, for example, it happens, you know, in India, you know, in this part of the planet, monsoon, but it's similar to a hurricane. What event is that?
Tsunami.
It's a flood, right? What happens in a flood? You can see here that all the houses, the cars is underwater, right? And like, when does a flood occur? ¿Cuándo ocurre una inundación? When does a flood occur? When the weather is very hot? When, for example, when there is a lot of wind, or when there is too much rain? Tatiana? When does a flood occur?
When it rains a lot.
When it rains a lot. Yes, cuando llueve demasiado, right? When it rains a lot, when it rains for hours. I don't know if
excess rain.
Excessive rain, yeah. I don't know if you guys remember a few years ago, no me acuerdo el año as well, droughts. But luckily we don't have hurricanes here, right? No hurricanes, no tornadoes. What about this event? Look, that's the opposite of, you know, heavy rain. A drought, right? A drought happens when there is no rain for a number of days, for many days. And look at the land. The land is very dry, so there is no food for the animals, right? There is no food for animals, for people as well. Okay, that's it. We have just stopped here. We have checked that part. We have reviewed the vocabulary. 4. It's gonna be homework for you guys, okay? Homework. Do it for next class. If we have time today, maybe we can check that part. All right. Okay, but what about page 55? We are going to work on that page. Let me just move a little. How to listen to the conversation? No, not yet, right? We haven't done that part. Someone about the news. Oh, give me a second. I'm going to.
There was an earthquake in Iran.
Really?
Yes, it says there were 20,000 killed.
Oh no.
And it says there are over 100,000 homeless.
What a shame.
This is just the model. Now you are going to add, right? This model includes extra information.
Now let's change the conversation model again. Don't stop. Discuss other headlines. Express your reactions to the news. Say as much as you can.
What's going on in the news today?
Well, the Asia Times says there's a bird influenza epidemic in Tajikistan.
Really?
Yes, it says it has caused record deaths.
What a disaster.
It says children and the elderly should get vaccinations. And that's not all.
What do you mean?
The Weekly Mail says there's a famine in Ethiopia. It's caused by the drought.
Oh no.
It says thousands die of hunger.
That's horrendous.
You can say that again.
Okay. So guys are going to do now. You are on the conversation.